background myself, I'm Jeremy. I'm a graduate from UC Berkeley, and by day I'm a management consultant, charging an exorbitant fee. And at night I do pro bono management consulting services for nonprofits via nonprofit corporate consulting. So let's talk a little bit about really what it means for today. On the next slide is that many years ago I was a volunteer. And I was pretty much brought to a nonprofit and said, hey, here's a couple of hundred envelopes, here's a couple of hundred stamps, and put them together and be done with it. And I was like, great, I love this, I love the cause, I love the nonprofit, and I'm here doing envelopes, doing creatives, designers, business people, people who are running million-dollar enterprises, things like that, and they were doing envelopes with me. And at that point of time, there was an understanding that there was so much more that we could do together. Now, together, if we deploy our skills, our talents, our resources for our different communities, our different causes all together. So how do we go about doing it? All of us have ideas, all of us have problems, all of us have causes. And so we had focused on three fundamental things. Let's talk about volunteerism. The first thing is, what is the fundamental value of volunteerism? Secondly, what are the common challenges that we have managing these volunteers? And lastly, what are the actionable solutions that we can start using today? And the first thing is this: are volunteers just hands and feet? Are they just useful? Are they used for envelopes? And the answer, simply put, is no. They're here for a reason. They came to you with a reason. They came to you because they believe in you. And so first up, what they bring to you is simply put passion. They bring to you a new perspective, a new cause. They bring to you things that they have learned from their environment, their jobs. They're passionate, they're ready to go, and they really want to know how they can go about doing it. And so the next point is really about skills. They have spent hundreds and thousands of hours in their corporates, in the nonprofits, whatever they're doing, honing their skills to be the best marketer, the best designer, the best marketer, and yet they are here and they can develop these skills. And so one statistic is that skilled volunteerism is 60% more valuable than unskilled volunteerism. The last thing fundamentally is about heart. And you must remember that volunteers are the front line of the organization. When your beneficiary meets your organization, when your donors meet your organization, they're meeting your volunteers, they're meeting your front line. And so what that means to us is how do we solve the problem? And common challenges that we face. It's a revolving door of volunteers. They come in one day, they leave the next day. It's so hard to manage them. I train them up, they go, I give them materials, we have to take it back. How do we handle this? The second thing that we often see is really spaghetti coordination. What that means is, I have 50 volunteers, 100 volunteers, how the heck do I coordinate them in order to do something of value? It's so difficult for all of us. And so how do we go about solving it? And the last thing that really is a huge issue is fundamentally about can't, don'ts, won'ts. They don't deliver, they can't deliver, they won't deliver it for you. When you need it, when it's mission critical, when it's something that's going to happen tomorrow, these are the volunteers that you're relying for the event to really kick off, for example, like today. And so really the first thing that you need to do as an idea maker is firstly select. Select smart, select well. Select people who have the hardware and the hardware, the champions who will drive you forward. Don't look at mercenaries. They are great for you in the short term, but not so good in the long term. So really also focus on the dreamers, people who care about your cause. Develop them, take them as your own, invest in them. You have the time, and they will stay and they will become champions. The second part is really talking about something else, which is called empower. And empowerment is very, very simple. The fundamental truth of the matter is that you should have a strategy, you should have a mission, and of course you would have an understanding of transformation. You have to be 100% transparent. If you have it, share it with your volunteers. Because when they are empowered with your mission, when they understand your strategy, when they understand what's going wrong in your organization right now, if you selected them right, they can do three different things. Firstly, they feel aligned with your organization, they know what they need to do. Whatever they do can be strategic for the long run. And lastly, what they can do is solve your problems that you have in the short term. And understanding that, you develop three things for them. The first thing is give them the resources they need. Don't throw them out alone. Give them a team, not just alone, not one guy in the room doing envelopes. And be sure of your scope. Know exactly what they are supposed to be doing and when they need to do it and what the schedule is. And again, it allows them to do a couple of different things. The first thing they can do is they can create a flex for themselves. They understand the scope, they can plan ahead, they can book leave, they can do the different things that allows them to spread forward. It allows them to create a community that allows them to feel like they're part of the group. And lastly, they're able to deliver performance that they need. And so today, my challenge for everyone here as an IPA today is to really think of how volunteers can really drive your organization forward. Don't necessarily need to hire them all the time, but definitely there are people who are always care about your cause. And lastly, this is a short presentation, so if you want to bounce ideas with me, feel free to reach out to me. And that's really the place where I also volunteer all my time. Thank you very much.